9-5, they're getting a unit up here.
Have you seen her before? Sir. Have you seen her before?
There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bag. He changed his clothes.
Ma'am, I'm about to lose my
My kid shows up missing, and we didn't do anything or put him in a database. That's unacceptable.
Put your hands behind your back now. Okay. Are you kidding me right now?
When police in Xenia, Ohio receive a call about a strange man claiming to be the parent of a young girl at a kindergarten ice cream social, they can't possibly imagine the twisted depths of the man's motives, or what lengths he will go to conceal them and escape. The majority of the body camera footage in the following video has never been seen before, and information included in the video was obtained through actual police reports. On August 22, 2022, St. Bridget Catholic School was holding their annual orientation and ice cream social. It was a time for their students, preschool through 8th grade, to come in with their parents, get to know their teachers, and enjoy ice cream in a safe, welcoming environment. On this day, however, the environment was anything but safe, all because of one man.
He's the one they're after, but I'm
After receiving a call that there was an unknown man posing as a student's father, several police officers raced to the quaint school and split into groups, trying to get to the bottom of the chaotic scene of frazzled teachers, furious parents, and terrified children. Of course, the questioning begins with the strange man at the scene.
What's going on, man? I'm Officer Peters. What's your name, my man?
Reed.
What is it?
Reed.
Weed?
Reed.
Weed? As in like W-E-E-D? Is that what it is? Okay. So what are you here for today?
People thought I was here to, I guess, follow somebody's child. I'm having a lot of psychological problems.
You're having psychological problems? What kind of psychological problems are you having? Are you like diagnosed with anything like that you know of or anything like that?
Possibly, like kind of, it's like a general diagnosis, but it's something that's gotten worse.
So what kind of psychological issues? Like what are you, in more of a description way, like what are you feeling? Paranoid. Do you know anybody here? You don't know anybody here? You don't know anybody's kids? Nothing like that? Okay, you from Xenia?
Fairborn.
Fairborn area? How'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
Well,
The suspect's hesitation and long breaks before answering questions is undeniably odd. But is it because of his self-proclaimed psychological issues, or is that just an excuse to give him time to come up with an innocent cover story for being at an elementary school? As you'll see, he has some trouble keeping his story consistent.
Fairborn area? How'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
heading to a ER.
Okay, to GMA, like Green Memorial? Is that where you were trying to get to? Okay, how'd you end up here today? Like, did you walk from Fairborn, or like, how'd you get here?
Actually, I drove. I drove.
You drove here? Okay, is your car here?
Yeah.
The suspect is actually telling the truth here. His car is on school grounds, and what they will soon find in it is not only stomach-churning, but brings to question what disturbing secrets could possibly lie in this man's past.
Okay, do you have an ID on you, my man?
The police officer looks over the suspect's ID and confirms that his name is Reed, not Weed, as he agreed when the questioning began. He discovers that Reed is a 35-year-old native of nearby Fairborn, Ohio, and he has no arrests on his record, yet at least.
What drew you to come here? Because I'm just going off of what I've heard so far. They're trying to get more of the full story right now, but from what I've heard, you basically said that you knew a kid here, or you had a kid that went here. They asked you who that kid was, and you couldn't give him a kid name. And I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that.
name and start with Jay to kind of say that I have a kid here.
So you came here, you gave a name with the J, right? Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
For what reason did you do that?
Just be a part of the group.
Be part of this group here? Was it more or less how to, like, why did you want to be part of the group? Because also you said you're having some psychological issues, right? That you admitted to me. You said that you were trying to get the GMH, correct? And I'm taking that you drove by here and you saw everybody out here, correct? How did you, that's what I'm not understanding. So you drove here, correct? You're trying to get the GMH, but it's not making sense how you ended up here and why you ended up here if you're trying to go to the GMH. So you
kind of where my illness kind of starts stepping in.
Okay, so you saw a group and you kind of got interested. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like I just saw that a bunch of people were here and I was like, oh, I should come here and maybe feel welcome. I talked to some of the parents and with their kids with them and asked them what grade they were and stuff. So, yeah.
How many do you think you talked to?
Talked to a lot of people today, but
just here.
Just here.
Yep, just here.
Families.
Yeah, just like family members asking people about their kids and how old they were and what grade they were in, stuff like that. How many do you think you talked to?
Probably
7. So you said 7?
Yeah.
Okay, 7. So obviously, man, people are obviously a little worried.
A little worried is an understatement, and for good reason. Firstly, there's the principal of the school, Mr. Atkins, who gives his own account of what occurred that afternoon that was meant to be a stress-free, peaceful event for his students and parents. The father and mother of the girl Reed Duran claimed to be the father of are behind him.
Into the building, he said he was the father of a daughter, so he was, as it turns out it was his daughter. It's not his daughter. He has no relation here. He was fishing for information, and I became suspicious. And so then I found out this was the real father. So we found him out here. He's got a story about he's looking for his daughter, but he latched onto that name. We don't know if it's a coincidence, if we saw it posted, if he went to the desk, but also, very alarming.
Right.
And
I've got other parents who know my daughter and said they watched him watch her in the classroom and see a picture.
So we don't know why, but it's definitely out of line, very inappropriate, and dangerous,
Right. So
and alarming.
when we walked in here, today's check-in day. We walked up to the door and there was a line of adults. I looked at him. I said, "You can go in." I thought he was waiting for a wife or something, and he looked at me up and down and kind of smiled and went to say hi. I said, "Hey." Stood over my daughter's desk. He told me that he saw her picture, stood over my daughter's desk, and had conversations with her teacher about, "I will get this. What stuff do I need?" She, "Where's your Kleenex? Where's your pencil? I'll get this. I'll get that. Are you the father?" "Yes."
He asked me, "Is this where the supplies go?" and pointed to the supply table.
Okay. And then are you teacher? Mom. This is my wife, and we have a daughter. We go to kindergarten here. She's a kindergarten.
And I said, "Who are you here with? Who are you related to?" He said, "My parents." So obviously, I'm thinking, well, this is weird. So do you have a daughter here? He said, "Yes." I said, "What's her name?" He hesitated. Finally, he said, "JJ." I said, "Okay, what grade?" Went through that. So we walked down there to the kindergarten room. He started asking questions of the kindergarten teacher. Well, later, these are new parents. I didn't know them yet. So later, I get introduced to them and I knew we got a problem because that was the name he was claiming.
The parents' and teachers' accounts of the events in the classroom turn Reed's already unbelievable motive for being at the elementary school into a downright impossible one. But can police get him to admit his real reason for being there?
Now I'm starting to get a little frustrated because you're not being completely honest. You walked into that school today, sat behind a little girl and started talking to her. Didn't know anything about her, don't know anybody here, and you start talking to a little girl. What is that about? What is the reason for that?
Just trying to better interact with people, I guess. But I know it's not normal.
No. To say the words to better interact with people, and hear me out. And your way of doing that is to talk to little girls. Can you also see this right here? You see how frustrated they are? You see what I gotta go down through? I gotta calm them down. and the school and the world that I live in the world that we all live in, and the way it's, like I said, schools are these days, with it's going on within schools, with little kids schools, and you pull this, your alibi of what you're saying makes no sense. I think you had your alibi. You had another attention here today. What is the real reason you came here?
Get out of here.
It's not here to interact with people. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you just showed up here to show up here because you saw a group of people. What was the reason? What was the real reason why you came here?
I feel like I live by myself and I spend too much time by myself. So just again, I'm not doing very well psychologically. So I thought, hey, coming to a place that has where it's like, you know, like a family environment. But I understand it's like not normal at all.
You throw it in with adults with their families, and then you walk into a classroom using somebody's kid's name, and then you go stand behind that little girl and you talk to her and you ask her questions. I think your alibi of what your intentions were completely different of what you're telling me.
You interact with everybody, including kids.
Why kids? How old? What's your age?
35.
Okay, you're 35. Why you want to interact with little kids who are like, I'm looking at the age range of like 6 and like 10. Why?
Maybe because someday I might be a dad and it's going to be like around children would be like good for me, but I understand it's not. Indeed, I understand his anger completely.
Yeah, pissed off, man. That's his child.
Clearly, Reed's story on why he was at the school is crumbling before his eyes. To say the parents are angry is an understatement, and soon they will have even more reason to be furious with him.
I need something done with him, and I would appreciate every information on him so I can keep tabs on him or something.
Sir, I understand you are very upset right now. All right, let's try to work through this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So one thing, and like I said, I can't imagine what you're going through with this. But one thing I will ask you to do is just step towards the back of my car. That way you stop looking, because the more you stare at them, the more you're going to keep yourself worked up. All right, and right now I want you to try to breathe and focus on.
But what's the procedure? What's going to happen?
So right now, I've already placed a call on my supervisor. He's going to give me a call so I can give him the rundown on this. Right now we have. Right now,
Registry, attempt at kidnapping. I mean.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, so
You guys walk this far.
Without trespassing.
trespassing, yes, we can.
Yeah.
So we can trespass him from the property. You know, we will type up what we can. Unfortunately, like going
My
through a lot.
kid shows up missing, and we didn't do anything or put him in a database. That's unacceptable.
It's not that you're not doing anything, ma'am. We are here. We're trying to work through this as best as possible. But we have to work within the confines of the law, and you know, there has to be certain elements of crimes met before we can do something. It's not a.
He impersonated a parent. He told me he was his father.
If I turned my back for a
Can you talk to
second,
that
he
teacher?
could have left with her. He told everybody
I have
he
another
was her
parent.
dad.
I have another parent saying he is eyeballing my child. Another parent that knows me and knows that's not his kid, and is looking at my daughter, sir. My daughter, sir.
As more horrible truths about Reed Duran's actions are revealed, the anger of everyone involved in the case continues to escalate.
Like I said, I can't imagine what you're going through, but we can't just put somebody on a registry because he went into a school.
He could have walked out with her.
I know. I know he could have, but he didn't.
Doesn't matter. He could have.
So in the
He
eyes
told people.
in the eyes of the law, it does matter. We can't charge somebody for what they may do. We can't.
He was in the process of it.
Until the act is committed, then
He was
there's no
telling
crime.
people he is the parent.
And I understand that. All right. And there's, like I said, there's some things that I want to look
in
into.
the process of it.
The law doesn't see in the process of that as a crime. I can't imagine the position you're in. All right, but let me have a little bit of time. But right now, like we can't charge somebody for what they may do.
It's pretty clear to me.
And it's pretty clear to police as well, especially when they take a look at what Reed has in his possession that doesn't belong to him.
All right, Reed. Obviously, this isn't your paperwork, correct? None of this is, right?
No, this is just.
This is theirs, right? Hand me those. Thank you. What else have you taken from them today?
Nothing.
What's in that bag?
No.
Books? Are those yours books?
Yeah.
Or did you take them from here? Because obviously you're taking something from the kids, and I'm starting to think this is not yours either. Is this yours or not yours? And be honest. Whose hat's this? Why are you taking little kids' paperwork for? What's that all about?
Reed's reasoning for picking up the paperwork is sickening beyond belief. The student's mother is the first to come to the horrific realization of why the paper's missing from her child's desk.
On the desk, which is blanks, is for you to fill out and return to us. There's nothing here that's informative.
That's why she didn't have any paperwork on her
he
name,
picked it up.
because he picked it up.
And that isn't the only thing that Reed took from the classroom.
I'm going to find out if those are your books, but I don't think they are. We'll find out. Because obviously you took some stuff from these kids and got their stuff.
It appears he took the paperwork meant for a parent to fill out so that he could potentially fill it out himself and pretend that the child was his. And that isn't the only thing that Reed took from the classroom.
So, they're theirs?
There's the school.
They're at schools? Okay. So, again, you keep continuously lying to me. Over and over, man. And you expect me to believe your story. This is what I'm saying, dude. Just be clean. You come clean from it, dude. So we can get this over and done with. So we can go home and be done with all this. This is... I think like I said, I think your intentions are different.
Yeah.
About damn certain that it was. What were you trying to do?
To be friendly with a kid.
To be friendly with the kids. You're still gonna live with that. Just be friendly with kids. Are you really having a psychological issue? Were you really trying to get the GMH? Or were you really just trying to get here?
I was just trying to go over here.
Just trying to come here? Okay. So GMH was never in the question. And that you were just trying to be friendly with the kids, and your intentions were here to just be friendly with the kids.
After this, the officer interviewing Reed and the officer interviewing the administration meet to discuss their findings so far. Unfortunately, they aren't as far along in the case as the parents and administration would like them to be. And they are understandably desperate for justice.
Someone goes, yeah, so he does possibly might be schizophrenia.
You need to figure something out right now. You need to figure something out. I'm respecting you. You need to touch him. Sir, you need to put him in the car.
Sir, you need to walk away. You need to walk away.
I need you to understand.
Sir,
Look at me.
sir.
I am hearing you.
Sir, walk that way. Walk that way.
Did you hear me?
Walk that way. Walk that way.
Tell me you heard what I said.
That way,
Sir, I'm asking.
Walk that way.
Sir, come here. Can I speak to you?
Sir, sir, let me speak with my partner, please.
Parent, I really hate to interrupt again, but we got him sitting here. There's still kids around. He was trying to. We don't know what his intent. Well, we know what his intent was, but he didn't do it. Can we at least get him in the car, get him out? All these kids.
So I don't want to put him in the back of the car because then
Then it's what?
it's more
You're
of a.
not protecting the kids.
Sir,
I'm calling Stutes right now.
It's unclear exactly at this point why they cannot put him in the back of the car, but it seems like the officers haven't developed a reasonable suspicion to detain Reed. Though this doesn't quite make sense given the circumstance, there may be some departmental policy preventing detention in a vehicle under certain circumstances.
We're trying. We're putting him back.
Give us just a few minutes here. That's all I'm asking, so we can put him somewhere. Just not here. Just not here.
Sir, it's been almost an hour since he's followed my kid around, and he's right here. I know you want me way away from everybody. He's right there. All we're reading about is you want compliance, and I've done the best I can do, sir, per circumstances.
Can you go get the paperwork? Please?
I am doing the best I can do, and he's sitting there.
Step back this way, please.
What do you want from me?
I've already asked you to
I asked you to put him in the car. That's all I asked. I didn't say lock him up or whip him. I said put him in the car.
I understand that. Right now, I need you to focus on your brain. I need you to break it down just a little bit. So.
You got kids?
Okay. Yes, I do.
We put a restraining order on him.
So that's not something that I can do tonight.
Can I speak to someone that can do something about this gentleman, sir, who was following my daughter around?
I'm working with what I can.
What are you working with?
With trying to talk with you, to talk with the principal, to talk with the other parents involved.
6 people. This is creepy.
Okay, it's not a criminal act to be creepy.
At this point, Reed has stolen items from the students and pretended to be a father of a student. However, the impersonation issue may not be a chargeable offense by itself. Theft certainly is a criminal offense. However, this could be a procedural issue again, where the police don't have quite enough information to establish probable cause to effect an arrest.
It's not a... Sir, God, I hope that you are hearing me say sir and being... I'm about to lose my...
I know, and that's why I'm asking you to turn away from him, because I know that it's aggravating you, and I know it's amping you up. All right, I'm trying to do the things that I can to control the situation here. All right, I'm trying to get all of the story. I'm trying to understand what your guys' point of view. My partner's talking with him.
When you write this down, no disrespect, I cannot talk to you anymore, sir. I'm gonna lose my... about 5.
Clearly, no one is happy with the situation at hand. Though police can't put Reed in the back of a police car, there is something they can do to further the investigation, with Reed's permission, of course.
So you drove here, correct? All right. What vehicle is yours?
It's the red Hyundai Sonata.
Red Hyundai Sonata. Okay. I'm assuming 4-door.
4-door.
Is there any tinted windows or anything like that?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to allow us to look through the car?
That's fine.
Okay. How about you walk with us up there then?
Okay.
While vehicle search can be based on probable cause, the issue here is whether they have probable cause of a crime being committed versus probable cause to search the vehicle. Those are two different inquiries. Asking permission is an easy way to avoid any later objections based on a lack of probable cause. Items police are about to uncover within Reed's car will show the extent of the twisted life he's been living for quite some time. An officer locates something that piques his interest, and Reed latches onto it.
You user? You have a thing in there about recovery. You user? What do you usually use?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? Okay. When's the last time you used? What else? Okay, what else do you use? Do you use cocaine, something else?
It's like pills.
Pills? What kind of pills?
Downers.
Downers?
Like good dark variety, basically.
Gotcha. When's the last time you used, my man? This morning? Coke or both?
So.
Both. So I take it that you take Coke, you get too high, you take Downer to come down?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you went to recovery before? Because also, like I said, you got recovery books in there.
Yeah, and it didn't work out. I mean, it didn't work out long term, I guess.
Is there any Coke in there, any pills, anything in there that we need to know about?
Maybe so.
Where at?
In the trunk.
In the trunk? You give us permission to look in the trunk?
Yeah. You can.
Cecil, you can look in the trunk. You said there might be a coke and pills in there.
At this point, they still haven't established probable cause for a vehicle search. The officers are being cautious here, so asking for permission to look in the trunk may prove critical.
How much is it going to be? We're talking like an 8-ball? Or are we taking just like minuscule amount? What are we talking?
Like 2 grams, probably.
2 grams of coke. How many pills?
20.
20. And it's just going to be a variety of downers, just like a variety of pills, different ones, or is it just going to be all the same?
I think just kind of variety.
Variety.
Where would these be?
Where at in the trunk? Nope. Don't stand up. Where at?
Maybe underneath where the tire thing is, possibly.
Maybe and possibly.
We need to be for sure.
You guys want to search the entire vehicle?
We're searching the vehicle. You're not going to search it. So where is it at? Where is the last time you put it at? Dude, I've caught you in like 30 lies already. Right. So you're pausing. You're trying to think. If you're trying to make up a story, don't. Tell him where it's at so he doesn't have to keep looking. So where's it at? If it's in the trunk, where at in the trunk?
The officer continues to search the trunk and car, but oddly discovers no drugs. However, he does find something else that is deeply disturbing, something police will be sure to ask Reed about soon.
Why are you lying to us right now? Now's the time to be truthful, to be honest with me. Okay, you're shaking, pausing, thinking. That's not being honest. Tell me what's going on.
I'm not in my right mind.
What do you mean you're not in your right mind?
Because of the drugs.
What drugs?
Like downers.
What do you mean downers? What do you take? What is your pill of choice? You're lying to me. No, addicts know what their pill of choice is. Addicts know what their drug of choice is.
It's like an upper.
Okay, other than generic common terms, explain to me what your high is.
It's like feeling energetic and like having energy to do things.
Okay, you're lying to me. Stop lying to me. I don't know why you were lying to me.
What he's trying to get is a specific drug, a Vicodin, a Percocet,
I don't even think
like that.
I don't even think that he's a user. I don't think you're a drug user. I think you're using that as a crutch or as an excuse. So what are you doing here in Xenia? So what brought you to St. Bridget? Did you drive by, or was there a specific reason that brought you here?
There being a lot of families here.
So you knew there was a lot of families here?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you know there was a lot of families here?
Because it's an elementary school.
But it's in the evening. It's Monday evening. What brought you here?
I looked up the dates that they have for when they are having these kinds of events.
Okay, so what was your intent when you were looking that up? What were you trying to do? When you were looking up to see when their events were, to see when people were going to be here, was it people, children, families, what?
Children.
Okay. So you came here specifically looking for children? Okay. All right. Have you ever been in trouble before?
I have not.
Okay. Was there a specific family or just children in general?
Just in general.
Okay, so you didn't know anybody here.
Just when it seems like police are getting somewhere after this sickening confession, they are once more interrupted. And the most shocking interruption isn't by who you're expecting. However, what the officers are about to be disturbed with is something that adds another layer of depravity to the case and makes Reed's revolting motives even more clear.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to step...
I can listen to his answers.
Sir, I'm asking you to step over there, please.
15 feet away.
Sir, step over there. I'm asking you so I can conduct my investigation, sir. If you want all these answers, I need you to stop looking at him. I need you to stop staring at him.
Although the parents are understandably very angry and upset, what they are doing may have unintended consequences. Reed seemed to be just starting to confess, and he may clam up again and not give a full confession now.
I mean, come on. This is getting creepier and creepier. What? There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bed. He changed his clothes.
Ma'am, do me a favor, sir. This is the talking about. Ma'am, do me a favor. Can you go with this officer, please? Can you go with this officer, please? No, I'm not talking to this anymore. Put him in the car, sir. Give us a second. What do you got? Sir. Has he seen her before? Sir. Has he seen her before? Sir.
Can you please step over there?
Can you please answer me? Has he seen her before? What do you got?
Rapidly, the scene is unraveled around the police, just as it seems like they're getting close to getting Reed to crack. Of course, the parents and administrators are horrified by what the discovery of clothing in the bathroom could mean for the innocent children at the school. While two officers discuss their findings so far, another journeys into the school to see what Reed left behind in the bathroom.
Were you out there when they searched his car? Mm-hmm. There was nothing in it. He kept saying there was, he's like, I think there's coke and pills in there, and where he said they were, nothing's in there. So he's obviously, clearly an impulsive liar about everything that he does. I mean, obviously he has like a recovery book and some stuff like that in there. But other than that, nothing that we found of any significance. So, is this any of your guys' stuff, or is this all his? Because this is like all Bible verses and stuff like that. So, this is stuff. Yeah, he asked me to use the restroom. First thing he did. And so there's nobody else here. So I let him come in here, and I stood there and made sure nobody else came on. But I did not notice that he had blood when I walked out. Nobody came in. You didn't realize it? No, you didn't realize it. Okay. Just making sure nobody came and went. And somehow this guy's not on some kind of offenders list. That's what I'm kind of shocked about. Where do you be now? Yeah, this is what do you want? Unfortunately, I know no one wants to hear this. At this point, he hasn't touched anybody that we're aware of, or done anything to him. Like I said, I know Cecil and Jones are gonna look in the ORC a little more and see if they can find anything else and maybe try on him. But right now, it's nothing besides talk to a little kid. Yeah, I couldn't say that. Just let it work. You just go ahead and drop it. Like I said, it's not illegal to talk to a little kid, but it's also extremely weird. And the circumstances of coming to a school full of little kids.
After thoroughly searching the clothing and bag that Reed is believed to have left in the bathroom, the police come up seemingly empty-handed. However, back at the conversation with Reed on the sidewalk, they're about to get all the answers they need. Be warned, what you're about to hear is incredibly disturbing.
Can you pick up on your story where you left off with me?
With him?
With me. Or where were you with him?
With him?
Yeah.
Why I was here.
Okay. And why were you here, sir?
Because of kids.
Okay. What do you mean because of kids?
Because I'm attracted to children.
Okay, so you're attracted to children. What were you coming here to do tonight? Walk me through what was going to go on tonight.
Kids.
Okay. Just anyone in particular? Was there a specific?
Just anyone in particular.
Okay. So walk me through when you got here. What happened?
Made up a story that I had a child that was going to school here.
Okay. Did you give a name or anything for the child that was going to school? Or?
I said.
Okay. How'd you get that name?
I just came up with a name that had J in it.
Why did it have to be J?
Just the first name that popped, first letter that popped.
Is that honestly the truth? Because I think you saw that name or came up with that name some other way. So how'd you come up with that name?
Just using this, coming up with a name that goes goes with the letter J.
Okay, so why J? What was specific about J?
They said it's like the.
Okay, so what about a last name? Did you give a last name for who you were here with? Just answer me. Stop thinking about it. Stop. So, did you give a last name?
Yeah.
What was the last name you gave? Okay, so how did you come up with that name?
I researched that people who go there going there.
Okay, so was it online?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew that name before you got here.
Both police and the family assumed that Reed discovered the child's name from the desk. However, as they're about to learn, the truth of how he discovered the kindergartner's name and posed as her father is much more horrific.
They asked me if I had a kid here, and I told them the name, and then went to the classroom that kid would be going to school. And they said that she'd be going to this class, and so I pretended that it was my kid.
Okay. Did you interact with?
I did not. I just kind of just behind her.
You were behind her.
Yeah, just kind of been near her.
Okay. Were you here for her or for anybody else, or was it multiples?
It was just her.
Just her?
Yeah.
All right, look at me. All right. How'd you pick her?
Just by her looks.
Okay. Was this prior to tonight, or?
Yeah.
Okay. You say you were attracted to children, so you're a minor attracted adult. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps the officer uses the term minor attracted adult to make Reed feel as though his crimes aren't his fault, or aren't as serious as they truly are. Using this phrase, as disturbing as it is, may put Reed at ease, allowing the detective to get more information out of him.
So, what was your plan tonight?
To keep home with me.
Okay. And what?
Sure.
Okay. Touch her how?
Inappropriately.
What do you mean inappropriately?
Something they do to an adult. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Peter.
Okay. And what would be the purpose in this? Like, why did you want to come here and take her home with you and touch her? Why did you want to do that?
Because it's a desire that I have.
With that gut-churning confession, Reed has sealed his fate. Although, as you'll see in just a few moments, he's going to land himself yet another charge. Not once, but twice. First, however, the police have to get as much information on Reed's past as they can. And those brochures and maps that they discovered he had in his car, they've brought some unsettling questions to the forefront of the officers' minds.
You said you looked online. Did you look at other schools or just this school?
I've looked at other schools.
Okay.
I can't think of which ones I've looked at, but just look at other schools.
Okay. Have you gone to any other schools?
Yeah.
What school have you gone to? What school or schools have you gone to?
I've gone to Chaminade, Julian.
Okay.
Because they have, younger women there.
They have what? I'm sorry.
Girls there.
They have a lot of girls there?
That are young.
Okay. Where else?
I've been to multiple cities around the area.
Like, what do you mean by, is it like in a general area? Is it further in the state? Do you go out of state? What do you mean by multiple cities?
I've gone to like states that are not states, but cities that are a couple states over.
Okay.
I went to Normanton. I went to Denver Elementary. That's the one I can remember. And then other places.
Okay.
I've just driven past other schools and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever stopped in any other schools?
Yes.
Okay. Have you taken girls from any other schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Reed's disheartening admission that he has kidnapped girls from other schools adds another layer of horror to this case. This brings up another question that yields a harrowing answer.
All right. So, do you take anything to jog your memory from these other schools? Keepsakes, momentums, anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you take?
Took a piggy bank, Kermit the Frog. That's like dressed up as a pirate.
Mr. Green, it is?
Duran.
What is it?
Duran.
Duran. Sorry. Apologize. Would you be willing to come down to the station and talk with us some more?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, why don't you come on?
Finally, police are able to bring Reed to the Justice Center for questioning, and things are about to take an insane turn. Notice they don't have him in handcuffs when he's placed in the car. It seems like police have enough for a detention, but not an arrest. This enters a gray area where an arrest, if not justified, can taint anything learned during the drive to the station. Therefore, by asking him to voluntarily come down to the station, it can be argued that his participation in any questioning was voluntary and not a custodial interrogation. His future statements can potentially remain admissible under these circumstances. He swings from side to side in his chair, presumably overcome with anxiety. Soon he makes a terrible decision he'll likely regret.
Okay, unit up here. Put your hands behind your back now.
Okay.
Stop. Put your hands behind your back now.
Okay.
Are you kidding me right now? Put your hands behind your back now. Try to.
His attempt to injure the officer lands him with charges of felonious assault and escape. At Greene County Jail, Reed makes some disturbing confessions. He tells officers that he intended to give the girl he wanted to kidnap a Starburst candy with a tranquilizer in it, then remove her from school after she passed out. Disturbingly so, when police frisked Reed before putting him in the cruiser, they discovered a bag with a Starburst inside it. According to the department, it wasn't found to have any illicit substances laced in it. Reed was put under arrest immediately after attempting to assault the officer on the scene, and from there, his desperation only grew. At his arraignment, his fingerprints, DNA, and photo were taken, but he refused to allow these to be collected. Instead of complying, he made yet another bad decision.
So, 44 fingers?
Are we serious, dude?
His attempt to flee raises an eerie question. Did Reed fear that providing his DNA would expose previous offenses? It seems that only time will tell. In September 2022, he pleaded not guilty to attempted kidnapping, felonious assault, and escape. In February of 2023, he was deemed competent to stand trial. At the time of this video's posting, it's unknown when the trial will take place. At the very least, it seems he will be incarcerated for a long, long time.